Hey, what's going on, guys? This was a fun week. It was a week of testing, so kind of seeing how all of these different accommodating resistance variations are correlating over to free weight. This here was a incline test. You guys know I cheat horribly on incline. Ass shoots way up off the bench. I really do not care because I'm not a power lifter. I'm an athlete. So lift the weight. I'm using it for rate of force production. All these quote-unquote wacky variations led to a 290 straight weight, which shattered my last PR 280. So I'm going to keep riding that horse, get into the 300s plus, see where we go with that. Did back off work, pause on the chest, 245 triples, did that for 3 times. Also was happy with how easy that felt. Power in a fatigue state, went with the split jerks and box jump supersets there. So doubles of the split jerks as fast as possible. And then the static box jumps. So no approach on that, just trying to have explosive hips. When I was done with that, I moved on to the dumbbell tricep extensions. Again, like I've said for the past 3 weeks, I'm waving it up and down so I don't end up at like 60s for triples or something stupid like that where it's tons of stress on the elbow joint. I'll get up to like a set of 6 with 50s, 55s, and then wave back down to like as low as like 35s, 40s, 45s. So I believe that was 45s there, for higher rep sets. This is a straight weight block deadlifts. So work my way up to 455. People probably wonder, why didn't you just try to take 485, 500? Because 455 flew like a missile and it answered the question that I had for myself. So again, I'm not a power lifter. I don't value numbers, for the sake of numbers. I value it for the sake of carry over to my sport, right? Rate of force production. I want explosive hips and carries and tackles and stuff. So strength is an added bonus, but I'm not doing this stuff to build straight weight variations or anything like that, even though it is doing exactly that. So 455, pretty easy. Then I went 405 for 3 doubles, supersetted with the seated verticals that you guys saw. Then I hit kind of a soft AMRAP with 405 straight weight, 7 easy reps on that. Could have killed myself to get 10 plus. So again, I'm happy with it, right? I'm super, super happy with what I got going on. And I don't really give a shit about what other people are doing or, how they do it or anything like that. I'm doing it. It's working for me. So we'll keep it rolling. The weighted chins there, 5 sets of 3 of 35, just kind of linear progression on that. Every week, trying to add volume. If the reps are moving like rockets, then I'll add weight. Simple. These are some standing easy bar curls. Here's some goofy shit here, running up a wall at this jump place that I went to with my kids. Kind of just, again, though, a good advertisement for, athletes that think like, oh, I'll get blocky and I can't move if I deadlift and squat and stuff. Bullshit, man. Makes you more explosive. You just sprint and jump right along with it. I got some beloved front squats here. Did that after the jump part just for shits and giggles. I had also done a leg workout earlier, just kind of rehabilitative for the hip earlier that morning at work, which is not on tape that day. So next day of the week here, we got our blue band pin press, 265 plus the blue bands off the pins. So that's PR on that. Seeing how that all correlates over. Then we got our Zerchers off the pins, another special strength exercise there. Got the 4 plates. Super happy with that. We have some lateral raise work, pump work for the shoulders, kind of feel good stuff. Not paying too much attention to that as I should be, so I should be progressing that. But I was kind of gassed at that point, honestly. So moved on to more feel good work. My high rep back extensions. I did 4 reps of 20 plus, I think, in that. Next day, testing the weighted pull-up. So you guys know I've been doing the chin-ups only, the little linear progression. Just thought I'd test the weighted pull-up. I got a 45 and a 25 there at a body weight of 210, which is near my all-time best. So I was at a body weight of 204 with 245s as my all-time on that. Then I did some drop sets here, AMRAP drop sets. So I got the 25 for 6.5, we'll call it. Couldn't quite get the full 7th rep. Yeah, it stopped like halfway, but true dead hang pull-ups. I'm not trying to do much, continuous kipping or anything like that. I do use some body English, so I will use my legs a little bit, but not a whole lot. Body weight, I believe I got 12 on this set. We'll see. Maybe it was one of those like 11.5 deals again. You can kind of see like even 3 full months after that neck stinger, the body still kind of biases a little bit to that right side on a pull-up movement, right? So the muscles involved with the nerves that get compressed in the brachial plexus of a stinger are actually the stabilization muscles of a pull-up that kind of stabilize your scapula. So it's just crazy. You know what I mean? It's not like to scare anybody, but like rugby's violent, man. Like the stingers and that kind of stuff. Like stingers are no joke. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. Trying to get that neck as strong as possible. We got volume work on these easy bar curls. So same premise as the tricep extensions. We wave up, then we wave down for big volume sets on that. Speaking of neck strength, got our good old neck harness extensions. I went pretty high rep on this. So I did 4 sets of 20 with the 25. There's really not a lot of technique cueing or anything. If you get into this, just start super light is what I would recommend. Father's Day breakfast by the beautiful wife. Fuel for this, AMRAP deadlift set, purple bands, 385 straight weight off the blocks, 8 reps, which shows I was a little pussy last week because I only got 375 for 7. So just kind of, not giving everything I had. I think it was a combination of things. Like I slept really well last night. But it just goes to show, guys, like you're capable of so much more than what you give yourself credit for. And I'm a huge offender with that because I get kind of stuck into the bar has to move super fast and I have to feel super explosive and it has to be super pretty all the time, but that's not reality. This is my quote-unquote back-off technique work. This is, for when the straight weight does come, the big 500-pound off blocks. I'm doing some technique stuff, so off of deficits there, I did 345 for 3 doubles. Nothing crazy, just kind of get used to that bottom portion that is not really hammered with the accommodating resistance there. Spencer, as you know, cued me to these super wide stance, west side-esque box squats. I did chains last week. I did bands this week. I'm going to settle on the bands. Not going to hop around variations. I don't like the chains. I'm not even going to front you. Like, they swing all over the place, and it's just, I don't feel like setting them up. They're set up for the incline, and that's fine for me. Which, speaking of which, I did the incline with chains yesterday. I did not get around to the hill sprints. You guys saw the short of the AMRAP of the straight weight incline there after I did my chain work. The chain work, I failed 265 plus the chains. So I'll definitely be redoing that. I'll get it. It was super close. And then I got the 225 for 8 reps after my drop sets in the straight weight there. So summarizing everything, guys, I'm going to be staying the course. It looks to me, the questions I had about is the accommodating resistance stuff working? Yes, it is working, and I'm going to just keep hammering it away. Hip is 70%, so not quite to our beloved deep squats yet. We're working on it, but damn, we're having fun. We're moving the needle. Thanks for watching, guys.